What's up, YouTube? Guess what? Got another Jeep video for you. Guess what? My turn signals aren't working. I'm kind of jumping into this late in the game, I understand that, but if you watch my other video of doing the turn signal switch replacement on the Galaxy, it's pretty similar. Basically, you just take the parts off. Now this one has an aftermarket steering wheel, so I took out the center bolt, the center nut, the 3 bolts, popped that off, popped off the collar, and then you basically have to get the puller, because this is your little adapter piece. So you got to pop that off with a puller. Once you get that off, then there's the snap ring. Pop that off, and you can get that collar off. And then the horn ring button, and then there's a spring under that. So basically you have to push this down because you're pushing against that spring to get that little retainer clip off. Once you get that out, then there's the screw. Takes out the actual turn signal handle, and then unscrew the emergency flasher button, and then there's 2 screws that hold this to the column. Here's the replacement part. This is through Rock Auto, so there's all the information on that. I'm going to cut this out and compare it and see what we got. Alright, back at it. Of course, I hadn't downloaded my the windshield videos, so, or uploaded them, I guess, and so my video card was full. Jump back on this anyway. So what it looks like is there's this little clip right here. So I'm going to pop that out. There's that one. That over here in the line of parts to go on, and then looks like this comes out somehow, perhaps. Yep, push down that little tab and then it slides forward. So there's a little tab there, and there's a little tab up underneath that side to hold those little loops. That in there, and then hopefully this will come apart. Alright, I need 2 hands, hold on. Okay, well obviously the new one doesn't have any metal on it whatsoever. So I'm going to pop out these springs. These contacts here are going to have to come out. And then I'm going to have to clean all the grease and crud off those contacts. I have no idea. This, see, it's like metal, and this spins with this because there's threads down in there. So I'm imagining that's probably connected to this one somehow. I'd break it off. I don't want to break this one because I still need this piece. If you look, the new one kind of has a little tab there, and it looks like there might be, I don't know, a hex nut or something that would fit up in there. So I'm going to continue to fight with this and see what the heck, how that goes. Well, I ended up just cutting these here. The other piece is still connected, but I wanted to start switching over some of the other components and things. I got to switch over these brushes here. They have springs underneath them, so what I can do is just pop these little tabs over, right like that, one-handed. And then they should come apart. There we go. So this is the bottom one. As you can see, they're different. So the bottom one kind of reminds me of the Alamo. Put these 2 springs on here. That one. And now before I actually put this piece on, I'm going to go clean that up because it's got a bunch of crap on it. Get this one popped out. Stop going back in. Alright, well, you get the idea. Finally got it. Just kept cutting and nipping away at it. And then finally, there's that piece. And then zoom in. So now that piece, dang it, anyway, get this other piece of plastic out of here, and then that'll slide out the back. There we go, just like that, bam. So I should be able to just snap this into place, but before I do that I want to get everything else cleaned up and ready to go. Alright, as you can see, this lower area is just filthy. I tried going after it with a paper towel, like a damp paper towel, it's just not working, so I'm going to use a toothbrush and a little Windex and just go to town, just kind of scrub it good and see if that cleans it up nice. Alright, so she's all assembled, best I can tell. Got that cleaned up actually pretty nice. So this now slips onto here, and then that piece goes in from the back, so don't forget, don't just slide that plug into the bottom of there, because it's got to go in here first and then comes up through, and that's what actually kind of holds it all together. So let's go ahead and knock that out. So that was pretty easy. Basically, before I had to kind of spin it all the way around to get it out because it was hooked underneath this clip right here and that one right there. So once I was able to spin it around, then I was able to get this. So this time I just pushed it straight on. It snapped under those two. Popped the threaded piece in from the back. Don't forget your two clips. So this one first, and then this one clips kind of around the edge of it. So those are in. If you can get a good look at that. And those are springy, so that kind of pushes this up, and this kind of holds everything down. So I think that's it for this. Spin it around, throw it in there, and start putting all the hardware back in. Well, hopefully y'all paid better attention than I do. As you can see, my 3 screws here, I didn't even notice. I knew these 2 were the screws I pulled out, and I had this other oddball one, and I figured out, what the heck, I thought I lost one of the screws, which, shoot, I might have. Where the heck did that screw go? Because this one, actually I think that one goes in there, probably. Okay, I lost a screw. Okay, got to this part. These 2 screws are different than that one. That one's a little bit smaller, and I actually lost that one. It fell on the ground. I took it apart and actually ended up taking these 2 clips back out and throwing some grease under them because, as you can see, that slides underneath there. So I wanted to make sure that that was good to go. Actually, tell you what, let's see, because now I should have all the parts in enough. Here's something. Nope, that's not working. There we go. That one's blinking. And nice. Alright, we got blinkers. We have to fix that front one. Alright. Got the lever ready to put back in. Had to clean it up, you know, because you just can't put it back in there dirty. Nope. Like that. There we go. Nope. Just throw it on the ground. Alright. Where's the screw for that thing? Yep, there she is. All back together. Works pretty good. Stays down. Stays up. Cool. I don't know if that actually cancels, it should, but you know, I am getting it together a little bit here and there. Finally got the temp gauge working, and well, the auxiliary temp and auxiliary fuel gauge. The ones in the speedometer just don't work. I'm gonna have to take it apart, see if I can clean them and get them to work. I still need all the basically all those tags for the knobs and everything. There's just so much work that this thing needs. They cut out where the speakers went, so the speaker grills are gone. So I'm probably just going to have to, yeah, that one's gone. The tabs are still on that one, so bolt in the ones from the rear, but yeah, I don't know. I thought about just ordering a new dash for it. Maybe. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. It was bound to happen. I got a flat. Yep. Back wall split out about an inch wide. Look at that thing. Yep, wouldn't hold air for nothing. And of course, guess what? I don't have a spare for this thing at all. And I don't even have anything with 5 on, 5.5 lug pattern. And then it dawned on me, yes I do. My trailer. So, guess what happens when you don't have the right rim for a spare? You end up with that. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty good. Now, some of you might be saying, but why would you throw the hubcap on there? That's a good question. And my answer is, well, I didn't want to look like some kind of weirdo. Oh well, it looks cool.